Welcome to Paperback Perspectives, a podcast about books, where your hosts, Ryan, Kaylin, and Annette, give you their perspectives on all things reading. Cozy up in your favorite book nook and let's dive in.
Welcome back to Chapter 20 Fun, everybody. We're here, we got a plan, and we're ready to talk books.
I looked really despondent at the start of that because I didn't realize you were going to just go right into it, so I was still being like...
Well, neither of you ever started, so I figured somebody's got to take the bull by the horns.
I mean, we did it the one time that you weren't here.
We did.
And how long did it take to get that started?
One take, because we had...
We had an author.
Expectations of
We had
others.
an author here that
Yeah.
was on, and we had to go. But hey, good job on the intro.
Yeah, way to go.
I feel like thanks. I feel like you didn't like it, but it's fine. It's fine. It's whatever.
It was great.
Are you feeling sensitive today?
No, it's my normal mood.
Oh, okay. Because I don't think anybody said anything about not liking anything.
It was
so.
the way you said it.
All right. Here we go.
It's been about a month, a little more than a month. We've just been busy, I guess.
Or just in the middle of winter.
That too.
Doing the winter drag.
And we
That
love
too.
winter.
Absolutely.
Sometimes.
Kaylin, what have you been doing in this last month?
Nothing crazy. Us four, excluding you, Mother, Sam, Lauren, Ryan, and I all went to Minneapolis together, where we went rock climbing at Vertical Endeavors, which was very, very fun.
I was sore for a literal week afterwards.
In places that you didn't know can be sore.
It was crazy.
The forearms, your fingers, in the fingers, and then within your hands between the fingers.
Is that like a gripping thing?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
There were also muscles in my legs.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. My toe was sore because
Yep.
you had to really grip with your toe too.
Yep.
So
Interesting.
There were
Yeah.
muscles inside my legs that I've never used or I don't think exist in textbooks that I found during that rock climbing trip.
I'll say thank the Lord for electric caulking guns. My forearms were dead after that.
I didn't know for 1 second where you were going with that. I was like, how? Because I was thinking you.
I understood.
With climbing, I was like, wait, you don't have to climb with the electric caulking. I get it.
Every time every time I use a manual caulking gun now, I'm just I'm getting ready for the next rock climbing session. I'm getting prepared.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, it was
good
really
training.
fun. We didn't
watch
have
out.
to do any of the belaying ourselves because they have auto belays, which are kind of fun.
A belay is the person who holds the rope to make sure you don't fall to your doom.
Yes. So they have auto ones that you could just clip in and then...
Which is low-key kind of terrifying because you just let go of the wall and let
The
let
first
Jesus
time
take the
you
wheel.
do it is you don't trust it. But then after you do it, then it's oh, okay, it works.
I did it a while ago, many years now. They used to have one in the middle of the Grand Cities Mall, which isn't called that anymore, I don't think. Midtown Mall.
But it was there, yeah.
It was there, and I was with groups of kids there on a outing day, and it was really fun.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think it was anything compared to what you climbed in terms of height.
No.
Probably not.
But
No.
the experience was still.
But
I mean, the idea
yeah,
of
the
it was
climbing.
fun, of how the belaying worked and that feeling of letting go to let it do its job.
Get this. A previous guest, John Dollislager, when he saw pictures and was talking with Mom about it, what did John say?
He said, "That looks really fun. I might try that."
My dad.
Oh, sweet.
My father,
do it.
John Dollislager.
That's what he said. Just a quote.
Was he inebriated?
I would love it if
No,
he tried
because
it.
he never
but-
does that.
I know. That's why I'm shocked that he would say something like that. That's crazy.
I hope he does. That would be awesome.
That would be super fun.
Well, now that you talked about every muscle in your body hurting, he might
But
be
he's
rethinking it.
he's a physical freak. He likes the workout and
He
the
does.
soreness.
He
He
does.
loves that feeling. So I think he'd like that too.
All right. Maybe we'll try it sometime.
So we're plugging Vertical Endeavors for rock climbing.
Absolutely.
What else did you do when you were there?
We did an escape room.
At Puzzleworks.
Puzzleworks, awesome building. It's in an old canning warehouse, which I think the building is just really cool.
Mm-hmm.
How they converted it and made this place that could be just a desolate, broken down warehouse into a bunch of really cool
Kind of a
businesses.
destination.
Yeah, and I love those escape rooms. We did a haunted.
Oh,
Was it a haunted
it's like an old haunted house.
asylum or something?
Not an asylum. I think it was just an old
Orphanage.
Did you
I don't remember.
escape?
Well, it was
We did.
It was like a hallway, like a broom closet, and then a room. Like that's all.
It was a museum or something.
Yeah.
Like, for, like, the
Were you
old
guys in
family.
the same places? Because you're all giving very different versions of this.
No, it was like there was like pictures on the wall of like the old like family house, and then there was like dolls from the house there.
Were they creepy dolls?
They
Well-
were very they were and they weren't.
Yeah,
Okay.
they weren't, and then they were, and then they weren't again.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was really cool ambiance and setting, like the technology and
puzzles.
engineering that goes behind it's like so cool.
Yeah, their puzzles are very intricate. They're not like oh look, I found a key and I'm putting it into a lock. Like, that's fun too, but like their keys and locks are kind of a little bit more. I mean, they have
Creative.
those too. That like you find a key, you find a code to put in a lock, but like to get there are very creative instead of just always finding like hidden keys all over the place. Which those are fun too, but I just always think that these are genius. Like, how do you even think of these?
They're like a step above everything else. And then we were talking to the person who was like hosting us or whatever, the game master who was like running our escape room.
Shout out him, whoever.
He
I don't
was
remember his
awesome.
name. He was awesome.
It's like two people that think of all the puzzles and do
husband and
all like they make everything themselves.
What a fun job.
There
It's
was
insane.
one where you had to like keep
Don't
pushing
spoiler.
buttons. This isn't really part of a puzzle, but you keep pushing buttons and it opens lockers. It's like a little locker. And there was one I reached my hand in and it was wet on the bottom, and I did do a little like it's wet. Intentionally
It was
wet.
very funny.
I have middle school teacher advice for you.
Don't stick my hand in things. that
If
I
it's
can't see.
wet and it's not yours, don't touch it.
I didn't know it was going to be wet. I couldn't see that it was wet.
It was like one of those things where they like you went through one like blind hole and it was perfectly fine. Then you went to another one and they like 3 or
That's-
4 later, and then there was another one. And I'm like,
That's
as
funny.
soon as I saw it, I was like, that's wet. And then
That's
Kayla was
funny.
like, I got it.
It was wet.
It was wet.
But it was so super, super fun. And then we had yummy food. And you guys did a little bit extra stuff.
Yeah, so we went down the night before, and we went to a Rascal Flatts concert, which was
highway.
it was the Life is a Highway tour. And can you believe they sang the song?
What?
I know. I was really
As good as this
Was Lightning McQueen there?
If he was going so fast I couldn't see him. Ka-chow.
Tomater?
He was there. It was really, really fun. They sounded just like they do like on the radio or Apple Music or whatever. Like they were so good, and their openers were really good too. The people behind us were so annoying, but overall, I mean, we were in like the second row from the very back. So I mean, like, what are you gonna do?
Should have gotten all the way back.
Should have. Yeah.
tell them the comment
I don't remember the comment.
from that guy that said... I think Lauren needs a mic.
Yeah, Lauren, come share the
Swing it.
story. Come here.
So the people behind us were like super drunk. That's why they were annoying. But there was one point where the guy sitting directly behind Ryan was like, "Oh no, I gotta stay here. I don't care. I'm just gonna pee on the guy in front of me."
Oh.
Context, I'm the guy in front of him. Because he's like, I don't want to miss a song or something. Like, no one was going to like get up for him. They're like, just hold it. And he's like, I'm going to pee on the guy in front of you. And I was go,
Excuse me?
me?
I completely object that idea as the person in front of you.
Yeah, do I have a vote in this situation?
Oh.
But everyone else around us was great. The concert was really, really good. Yeah, it was just an awesome time. And then...
We were supposed to go to a Timberwolves game, but that got postponed from all of the events that transpired in Minneapolis because it was that weekend that the second shooting happened due to ice.
But the Timberwolves were very, very gracious, and I sent them a message, and I was like, hey, like, we're not going to be able to... Because they were going to play the next night, which was the Sunday, at like 7. We're like, oh, we can't really do that. So, or it would have gotten done at 7. It would have been a really late night. And so I was like, we can't do that. Like, is there another time? And I got a call within like the hour that I sent the message. And they, because we bought the tickets through the Wolves app, they just exchanged them straight up for another game later in the year.
I have a friend that was also going to that game, and they were able to get credit towards a game next season.
Oh.
That's awesome.
Wow.
That's really cool.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think it was good they postponed it too. So
Yeah, I think it was the right decision.
yeah.
Because, yeah.
The last thing we did in the cities was that record store too.
Oh,
right,
yes.
I didn't write that.
Electric
Yeah.
Fetus.
Yes, which is the record store that Prince would often visit when
And
he was in
sometimes the
Minneapolis.
artist formerly known as Prince would also
Were they
go
ever there at the same time?
I don't think so.
They've never been seen in the same room.
Some are saying.
What?
But
So yeah,
that
we got
record
some
store
good.
is awesome.
Yeah, Sam and I got some good vinyl because he got a turntable for Christmas. So we got 6 vinyls.
Should have been 7.
Should
Should have gotten the
On
Paddington 2
clearance.
soundtrack.
On clearance, I found the Paddington 2 soundtrack. I couldn't pull the trigger.
Which is just like instrumental.
Yeah.
It might have made Ryan cry.
The music? Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
It was a
Any
really
other-
good trip.
It was a great trip.
I mean, despite the change of events and the yucky situation going on, but it ended up being good with our plans that we pivoted with. And
We're
yeah.
a very good group, I feel like, to be very like loosey-goosey, go with the flow. We all have our heads on straight, so we're not going to put ourselves in any situations that's going to be bad. We're all going to be very like aware of what's going on. And then we're also just like, because we weren't originally going to do the escape room either. We're like, should we do this? Sure.
Yeah, let's do it.
That was
Yeah.
good that you could get in somewhere. Like that there was openings.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was a good weekend. Other than Minneapolis trip, Sam and I are kind of in like the pre-phases of like house building and trying to get our house built. When I say pre-phases, I mean like pre-phases.
You've talked to a guy.
Talked to a guy, talked to the bank. So
Those are good
Gotta
steps to
start
take.
somewhere.
good start. Yeah. So we've been looking at all
Are there
things.
studio? Is there a studio?
We've
included in
we've been
the
considering
design?
that. Yes, we're like, where would that go? So, yes, we
Nice.
have been adding that into our plans to be like, where would that go?
Mark that down for our future house, because that sounds awesome.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Any other life updates for you, Ryan?
The Super Bowl happened, and we don't have to talk about it.
That was boring. Oh my gosh.
I said we don't have to talk about
This
it.
morning, Sam and I were watching curling, U.S. women versus China, and I said to Sam, I was like, I am 10,000 times more entertained by this match right now than the Super Bowl.
We tried putting it on, but they said no.
Yeah, we did. We tried to turn curling
And it
on
was
during the
Lauren's
game.
dad's 60th birthday party, which that was a lot of fun. It had some delicious food, some delicious cake. That was
Happy
really
birthday,
good.
Rod.
Happy birthday.
It was just a very fun time. And then we are in the beginning, the pre phases of getting a fence built in our backyard. So
Nice.
Cora will love that.
it's pretty
Cora will
much
love
the
that.
same as a house. No big deal.
Wait, it's not a competition.
Both need wood.
No, it's actually going to be metal.
Okay.
So
Good try.
Never mind. I mean, there's metal in a house, so.
yeah, so that's going to be our big spring project, I think, is the first thing that we're really going to take care of for outside.
Are
So
you
we can
building
just-
it yourselves?
No.
Okay, good. That sounds awful.
I know my limits.
Okay, good.
Yeah, no.
I mean, I would have supported you, but from afar, I'm not digging fence post holes.
I wouldn't have
Drop off
supported myself.
sandwiches.
Yeah,
I will gladly pay a guy to do that for me.
good
There's
call.
things in life that are just worth paying the person that knows what they're doing.
Exactly.
Yep.
So-
Before the fence is up, just like
The first time there's a 10
apart.
mile an hour wind, it falls over. No, fence people will be a good idea.
Yeah. So that's our life update.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm going to do a shout out for my life
Whoa.
because shout out to my 5th period math class who discovered paperback perspectives. And now, guys, we have to be careful what we say because I
Oh,
get
no.
reports back of what they have heard on paperback perspectives.
Oh no.
So, if any parents are listening, we don't do really bad things, but now we'll be more
But
careful
also,
for a while.
we're going to know if you get in trouble 5th period. So you better watch it.
Some of us
Yeah.
read some books that I should probably not talk about as much.
So maybe they've discovered it and moved on now, but they asked
Okay.
me if I do a shout out. I was like, I can do that.
Well, yep, we'll
But
shout,
shout
you
out 5th period.
I'll let you know 5th period when you should stop listening to book recommendations.
Period. Plug your ears.
Earmuffs.
Yeah.
Earmuffs. Ears in the cornfield. Ears in the cornfield.
Yep.
That's something that kids will not understand these days. Should we talk about books?
Yeah.
Who wants to go first?
Me.
Okay.
Just
Nice.
because everybody's looking at each other, so I'll go. All right.
I feel like you would have like a million because you've been talking to me a lot about like books that you've been reading.
I've been kind of on a I've been reading a lot. I've been on a reading streak.
This is interesting because I'm in a slump.
Oh.
Which I want to talk to you about because we've talked about my slumps, so I want to get into your reading slumps.
Okay.
But anyway, go ahead. We can do that when she talks about her books. Go ahead, Mother.
If you're watching or listening, we don't have an outline.
And there's a lot of awkward eye contact as we try to figure out where we're going.
That's why I have the sunglasses on.
I do have a list of books I've read, though, so I can start.
Please do.
All right.
I think we should just sit here for a
I've
little bit longer.
continued to be listening to the William Kent Kruger series.
Which book are you on now? Like
12.
Wow.
So if you've listened before, we in September saw him speak, heard him speak
Was that
in
really
person.
September?
That was Labor Day weekend.
Wow. Okay.
And got the first book and his most recent book at that time. So I couldn't read the most recent one until I'd read all the other ones. So I've actually been doing them on audiobook. The most amazing narrator, David Chandler, does those books. So good. He does different voices.
And you said they're usually pretty available on
different
Libby,
characters.
right?
Yes, I've been able to get all of them on Libby. Maybe a 1 or 2 week wait on some. But anyway, I've read, since we last, or listened to Red Knife, Heaven's Keep, Vermilion Drift, and Northwest Angle since we last met.
Which are great names.
They're all places in Northwest Minnesota.
Stop.
Real or similar to ones that exist.
What was the Vermilion one?
Vermilion Drift.
That's the name of a place?
It is it was a mine,
Get
an
the
iron
heck
mine.
outta here.
Not a real one, but they're all modeled after, and he describes the places where they would be.
That's cool.
And then he references real places in Minnesota, but they're not usually the main site of the book. But like Lake Superior, you're not going to change that, right? And Duluth. But in the Vermilion Drift one, it was the iron mining was the setting that was taking place, and places we go every summer when we are at our friend's lake place, we're part of the story. And they talked about the taconite mining.
And we've seen the taconite mine.
We have. What? So that one was really interesting.
You were in
It was-
his book pretty
It
much.
was
Pretty
also
much.
a really good plot on that. I mean, I liked them all, but that one was a really fun one. Okay, so I've done those.
Yeah, I really want to try those sometime.
Yeah, I recommend them on audio, but they're probably really good to read too. I feel like if I tried to read one now, I would hear David Chandler's voice during the different characters.
Do an impression right now.
I don't do impressions.
Do
You
an impression right now.
Then I've been reading Agatha Christie
Do an impression
books,
right now.
and I've read Hickory Dickory Dock and Sad Cypress in my Agatha Christie quest.
That's a fun
Yeah,
name.
they were both very Agatha Christie books.
Nice.
There was poison
In both?
in both.
Gasp.
I know. Can you believe it?
My word.
Yes.
I know. Now I'm reading The Labors
Was
of
it
Hercules.
kind of twisty? Or was it pretty
one was pretty twisty, and the other one was not as twisty.
and you were kind of like,
Sad Cypress is pretty twisty. There was a big at the end
I
where
love
somebody wasn't who you thought they were.
an unreliable narrator.
Can you believe it? It
Yes.
wasn't the narrator actually, but
Okay.
it was a character that we didn't know that's who that person actually was. So then, not in connection to those kind of themes, I read this one, The Little Paris Bookshop by Nina George.
That looks adorable.
It is adorable, and it's just like a sweet story of someone. It's about finding love and being able to move on and find love again in your life. And it makes me want to move to the south of France, or at least visit there. So it's about a little floating bookshop. He has a little barge that's been turned into a
Floating.
bookshop, and the main character is kind of a book psychologist who finds the books that people need in their lives.
Oh, that's a cool idea.
And he himself needs some things in his life, and he ends up going on a journey and finding those things on the boat and meeting some really cool characters along the way.
Nice.
So
That
I
sounds
do
adorable.
recommend-
Where did you get it from? Did you buy it?
bought
or
it
is
at a bookstore
cute.
in Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
It feels like a very easy, like good.
Very nice, easy, maybe get you out of a book slump kind of.
Maybe.
It took me a little bit to get into. I know
Then probably not.
the first half I was like, I don't know about this book, and then the last half was really sweet, and I really liked
You
it.
want to hear a fun fact about Wisconsin?
Please,
Do you know why it's called the Badger State?
because they have
Because
badgers.
their college is the Badgers.
Wrong. Because in the winter, their lead miners used to burrow into the mountain, and stay there for the winter like a badger.
The whole winter?
The whole winter.
What?
And then they would mine. It was in this week's Tidbits.
Oh my gosh! And I think I have trouble with the long dark winters.
Yeah,
Claustrophobia.
that's why they're,
Hello.
that's
No
why
kidding.
they're called the Badger State. The more you know.
Are
That's
those
interesting.
Are badgers blind? No, that's moles.
Yep.
Yep.
Never mind. Why don't they call them moles? Don't moles also?
Yeah.
'Cause
Stay
ba-
underground because
'cause-
badgers come out from
Have you
underground.
seen a mole?
Yeah.
They're ugly.
Well, they're kind of. I mean, badgers. I feel like aren't.
The cutest thing in the world.
Right.
Yeah, but have you seen a mole?
Sam, give us a side by side of a badger versus a mole. This is the big things that
This
people
is-
want to know.
This is hard-hitting book news, baby.
Okay, we've got badger.
Oh, look at that cute little face.
Badgers are also really mean.
They are really mean. I think moles might be too, though.
Yeah, didn't you have a mole problem?
Mole.
Mole. Didn't we have a mole problem in our yard? Look at that guy.
Yeah, they dig up little holes and make a mess.
that's
But badgers.
disgusting.
One of my dogs got hurt really bad by a badger when I was a kid. He got in a fight with a badger.
Well, I didn't know
no.
that.
And they dig giant holes that like can break your axle and cause big problems.
Well, I didn't know that. Their face looks like a skunk.
Growing up on the North Dakota prairie, man, you don't like badgers. Nothing up against the miners, though. I don't have any problem. Why didn't they call them the miners?
You know?
That's
Isn't it the miner state?
You know, I don't know.
Okay.
a
Anyway,
great
I also
question.
read the second one in the duology by Rachel Gillig in the Shepherd King series. And the number one was One Dark Window. Excellent. Number two, Two Twisted Crowns. Fantastic series. Such a clever way of how the magic works and how it exists. So if you're someone that doesn't like an out there kind of fantasy world, you feel like it's just a little village with a forest, and that's not that different than our world now. And then the magic is...
I again kind of reiterate too, like, if you're gonna get into fantasy, this is a really easy kind of like gateway drug of fantasy, because it's like
It's only two books,
two
and they're
books.
very accessible.
Yeah.
They're not... You don't have to create a whole world.
you
that
can kind
envision.
of find parallels between like world, like their magic is kind of like how like you could picture like race, or like, you know what I mean, like how people view people
Yes.
with magic. It's kind of like that, like in our current world you can kind of like how there's division amongst people like in history with that, so you can kind of correlate it to real life even though it's magic.
That is I'm in the middle of a physical book slump right now. But One Dark Window is next on my physical TBR.
I also really liked... So, I don't want to do any spoilers, but there's a nightmare that's a character that exists. And that
He's, like,
character
my favorite
development
character.
was like amazing, and I loved that character.
Yeah, he's like my favorite.
But I don't want to say more about it. Because if Fran's going to read it, we're not giving it away, or anyone that's listening.
yeah, I love
And
him.
then I have two more. I read Archer's Voice, which... Caitlin's giggling. It's a really neat story. It's like a Hallmark movie with a lot of extra spice.
I get a text. I don't know if I can find this in time, but
Do we need earmuffs?
oh yeah, I get a text that says, "Is this your book?" And I went, "Yep." And she's like, "So I'm reading it. Pretty good. It seems like nice romance at start. So brought it to school for reading day. Things got interesting really fast.
I stopped reading it at school.
I would have advised you to not read it at school.
I didn't know where it was going when I started it. It's like a little like, oh, I moved to this new town and I met this person that nobody really is nice to, and now we're being nice, and then we were more than nice really fast.
But it is a romance with a really good plot.
I
Still.
really liked the story.
Yeah.
And yeah. So if you want a good romance and you don't mind, and I didn't mind that it was that, it just,
Yeah.
I wasn't prepared for it at that moment. And then I read a young adult book, which was very appropriate and everyone can know about, called Songs for the Off Season by Ryan Wolf. And it was a book written in verse about a boy who's a baseball player, and his team has raised money and they're going to Japan to play. And then a series of tragic things happen and he isn't able to go because he has to stay home because of some things in his family. And he meets this girl who also is going through some unfortunate things, and they form this unlikely friendship, and it's a neat story with a cool ending. So, and I just recently have found books written in verse, and I didn't know that I would like them, and I really enjoy them. This author wrote in a really cool, like it just flowed really neat.
If you have any recommendations for books written in verse, put them in the comments down below.
I would like that. This is my third one I've read, I think.
Interesting.
I don't think I've ever read one in verse.
No.
The other, I mean, I probably read it in like an hour and a half. Like, I started it during my reading time at school, which is 20 minutes an hour, of which by the time I get everybody reading and stuff done is probably, for me, 10 minutes. And I finished it during the course of the day, so less than an hour probably.
Nice.
But
Can I interject quick? That Archer's Voice book, did it get spicy? Was that the
Yeah.
okay.
Very much.
It's such an innocent looking cover.
Exactly.
How would that possibly
It has
be?
a cute little like dandelion
That's
fluff,
adorable.
and
It's a love story.
You guys
I
should
know.
know better if it's one of my books.
A love
I
story.
know. And
Wow. Okay, just wanted to comment.
do you
on that.
understand my confusion, Sam? Doesn't that look like a sweet book?
Yes. Everyone should read that, right?
Nope.
No? Okay.
Now.
On to the next one.
I'm done. That was all my books.
Wow. Way to go.
Can I
Good
see
job.
It's not a
your
contest,
outline
guys.
really quick?
A good variety too. Not just like it was a good span of several
Yeah.
types of books.
Yeah, the William Kent Kruger are kind of like adventure, almost like a Western, I think, with mystery. They all have a mystery in
I've
them.
been wanting to read Westerns kind of in homage to like Grandpa Fa.
Yeah.
So,
I've told Grandma this a few times. He would have loved this series.
yeah.
Also, the main character is part Ojibwe or Anishinaabe, as they prefer to be referred to, and you learn a ton about that culture and that history, and it's so interesting.
That's really cool.
And actually, I was talking to one of my students this week, and she told me she knows some Ojibwe, and I was able to say some words, and we were able to like
No
go back
way.
and forth. Yeah, because
That's
of listening to the
fun.
series.
That's
So,
really cool.
That's where I think the audiobook was really helpful.
yeah. So Miigwech to all of our listeners.
Ditto.
we. Yep.
Yep.
You want to go
Nice.
next, Kate?
So tell us about this slump situation.
Well, I mean, I have read 3.
It's a great month for me, typically.
Okay, so one I talked about last time, it was The Story Collector by Evie Woods. I talked about it the last time, so I don't really probably need to go into super detail. It was about somebody who moves to, it's been a while since I finished this, but Ireland, and they talk about like the fairy folk, which is kind of like the folklore of Ireland. And it's just kind of that like treading the line of like magical realism. Like there's not actually magic going on, but it's kind of like, that was kind of a crazy coincidence, or like kind of a little bit of a God wink, or that kind of a thing. So
I
it
actually
was-
really like those kind of stories.
yeah, so it's not like overt magic, but you're kind of like something greater is going on here.
A little nudge in a direction.
Yeah, so it was a cute read.
What was it called?
The Story Collector by Evie Woods. So yeah, I liked it. It was kind of a love story, kind of just a general story, and it has that dual timeline. So there's something, a storyline back, I think it was almost 100 years prior, and then a current day storyline. So it kind of goes following the track of those two stories. And it took a little bit to get into it, but once you got to the end, it was like, oh, that was a good little story. So I liked that one. Then I reread The House in the Cerulean Sea, but this time on audio, and it was wonderful. That's by TJ Klune. If you haven't already
Have you
heard me
mentioned
talk
this
about
book before?
maybe once or twice,
It's been a few episodes since it's been brought up, though.
maybe, but I doubt it. And it was wonderful. The narrator was so good. His voices for the kids were perfect. Chauncey, Talia, Lucy, all of them are so good. And it just like, it was just so wonderful. Like I was telling Sam, I'm like, I've read this before, and I'm still just like smiling like ear to ear the whole time I'm listening to it. I didn't pick up anything that I missed the first time, I don't think. You know, where people were trying to be like, did you get this deeper message from it? No, it was just cute. So
we've talked before, like we're not deep message people.
no, that's why we have guests, because some people are, and we
And they're
need
good
their
at
perspective
that.
on
We
that.
do.
So that was wonderful. I highly recommend the audiobook for House in the Cerulean Sea, even if you've read the physical already. And then the last one I read, this is where fifth period needs to plug ears, mute. Tourist Season by Brynn Weaver. Brynn Weaver is just like one of my absolute favorite artists, sort of authors.
I think authors are artists.
Yeah, of dark romance. And when I say dark, I mean it's dark, and when I say romance, I mean like spicy.
It doesn't say a love story on the front.
No. She is the one who wrote the Ruinous Love trilogy, which is the serial killers falling in love with serial killers. And
Positive.
so it's the way that I was kind of telling Sam, the way that she treads the line of like morally correct, morally gray, and like morally wrong is so fun. And she does it like so comedically. That like in this book, for instance, you are rooting. So there's a lot of serial killers in this book. And you're like ending up rooting for the serial killers in this book and rooting against, like, there's these people that come to the town to try to solve this like long dead mystery. And so you're kind of rooting against the people that are like the private investigator sleuth people that are trying to solve a mystery, but you're rooting for the serial killers. And then you kind of pause and they're like, wait a minute. What am I doing? Like, why am I rooting for the people that kill people? But kind of like the situation where they like kill bad people. So kind of like that Robin Hood, steal from the rich, give to the poor. Like, it's not a great thing that they're doing, but
is it
it's
the worst
also,
thing
yeah,
that they're doing?
Yeah, like one example is the older gentleman who our main female character is the caretaker for. He has Alzheimer's, but she's kind of taking under his wing of like protecting the town and killing the tourists that come that are not good. So like, for instance, he killed a pedophile that was like stalking girls at the park. So like killed someone
Who
but
deserved
killed
it?
someone that is not morally correct. So that she like treads that line of like what's good about killing people and what's not. So it's just like such a fun way to tread it.
So fun.
It's I like have such a hard time describing these books because they are like genuinely one of my favorites. I went down like a 20-minute explanation of Sam of everything that happened in that book. By the last line of the book in the epilogue, I went, oh my gosh. Because the first 3 books in her other trilogy were all like basically standalone. You could listen to them independently. So I thought this one was going to be like that. And so like I thought it was going to be these 2 characters. This was their story. The second book is going to be 2 new characters' stories and they'll be in it. No, there was a cliffhanger. So it's going to be the same characters figuring.
And is the next book out?
No.
Oh no.
I know. So
Oh no.
dang it. So that was a 5-star read for me. I just think she's just such an awesome author. And I like chuckle a lot at her books, and I don't do that a lot to books. So it's fun. And then I'm currently reading Theo of Golden by Alan Levi. When you said you're in a physical book reading slump, that's where I'm at. I haven't been good at making time to sit and like read a physical book because I feel like with how much we've been researching house stuff and doing like other things in that regard.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where I have been falling, but I still really love that book. I just haven't made progress on it.
Kind of a book to savor as you read.
Yeah, that's kind of what I've been doing too. So, and then on audio, I'm reading Everyone in My Family Has Killed Someone by Benjamin Stevenson. Just getting into it, and it's an interesting mystery. It's written in kind of we get like the narrator's perspective, and he's writing it as a mystery writer. So he's writing it like with the like perspective of I killed someone, so did everyone in my family, and I'm going to write about it as a mystery writer type of thing. I'm just getting into it, so I don't really know much more about it. And so far, he's just kind of going into how his family has killed people. So I don't know much more. And then I just wanted to touch on the last time I mentioned I was reading The Empire of the Vampire by Jay Kristoff on audio as a little experiment to see if I could read like romantasy or fantasy on audio. Experiment failed. That did not work.
Didn't fail.
Too many people.
You learned something.
Right, yeah. Too many people, too many places. Couldn't really visualize very well. So I bought the book on Thrift Books, and now I'm going to try it physical because I really liked the book and the ideas of the book when I was like with it on audio, but I just kept having to go like, okay, wait, go back 2 minutes. I don't know what just happened.
To me,
like,
one of the hardest parts of an audiobook is like, who's that character now? And in a regular book, I'd be like, oh, I kind of remember they were at the beginning of this chapter, and you flip back to it.
Yeah.
Or wait, what was that about? And you go find it. And on an audiobook, that's really hard to do. I mean, I do, like, I'll be in the car and realize, oh, I missed a little bit. So I go back 30 seconds. But to go back and find something.
Yeah. So I had to stop. I think that was part of my slump, along with the just like not making time to sit and read physical books too. Because it was just like I was struggling. So then I wasn't wanting to read the audiobook because it just felt like every time I started it back up, I was like, wait, where are we? Who are you? Etc. So, yeah.
I think you need to give yourself, coming from me, more grace about your slumps, because I don't think... I understand the feeling because like I'm in the same way as like a physical, like I've read maybe a chapter in my physical book in the last like month.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit more than that, but not much. And so like, but you're still reading, and so you're busy doing like other like important things too. So
no, I'm not like upset about being in this. I think what it more feels like with being in a slump is I didn't have that like drive of like, oh my gosh, I have to finish this book. Like I need to find out what happens type of thing. So I think that might be also part of it. Not only that I am in a slump in terms of volume of reading, I think I'm in a slump of like the drive to read is more in a slump. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I also think it's the time of the year right now too, because it's like the post like holiday, Christmas, New Year, like that whole busyness. And then you have all these projects that you want to get done like after the new year, and then February is just such a sucky month too. Where it's cold and wet, and
although last week we had beautiful weather.
We did,
but it was still wet
it's still wet and just kind of meh and
when it
gray.
is spring and I can put my patio furniture outside, I am full on like reading fanatic.
Yeah,
I think I'm using reading to avoid the things you were saying that should get done, because I'm like, just we're not going to deal with that now. Holidays are done. Nobody's coming over. Don't care. We're just not going to even think about those jobs. We're just going to sit down and read this book.
I've been using YouTube Golf as my distraction from all those things.
We've been playing a lot of Board Game Arena.
That works too.
Got it. Winter is tough. You got to find the way.
Sucks, man.
But Lauren and I were talking about how much lighter it is getting. Like I feel like we're making progress.
We're getting there. I get to work and it's light out. I leave sometimes when it's light out.
And we're going to have a snowstorm in 2 days.
Right. But that won't change the light and dark progression of February.
True.
We gained 2 hours or something like that of daylight in February.
Wow. Look at us. We're going to make it.
We can do
it.
It's almost baseball season.
I know.
And I mean, it's February 15th. So we're halfway.
We're getting there.
Over halfway.
Yeah. Excuse me. All right. Do you have books, right?
I do. I have 4 books that I've read in the last month.
I wonder if I've read any of them.
You have read one of them.
I know.
I think.
Yeah, we'll get it.
I read The Housemaid by Frida McFadden because the movie came out. And so Lauren and I wanted to see the movie. And so I was like, well, I want to read the book. And then we were going to go to the movie first. And then just like plans fell through. So I was like, okay, well, I'll start it on audio. And then it was one of those where once I started, I just like couldn't stop reading. Like it was just so good. And so I was
that drive you were
probably
talking
about
like once something hooks you.
So it's about a 10-hour audiobook. I was about probably 3-ish hours in, and I texted the group chat and I was like, oh, have you guys read The Housemaid? Because I knew that you read a lot of Frida McFadden, Kay. And you're like, nope, I haven't. And I was like, oh wow, like you really should, like it's so good. And I was kind of like, that's weird. It's like kind of like her book, like her main one. And then we were talking about it like after I finished it, like,
the Super Bowl party.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I know, isn't it so good? And I'm like, hold on.
I was like, I've read all 3.
I was like, whoa. You said you haven't read the first one. She's like, yeah.
I definitely thought you said Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah.
I think those are very different books.
Very different books. But so I finished the book, and then that night, Lauren and I watched the movie, and overall, it stayed pretty close to the book. The movie did. There was a few like little things that they had to do just for time. Like if you've read the book, the character Enzo is a big part of it. He's like the landscaper, gardener. He's a really big part
narrator.
of the book.
I like her accent for Enzo.
So good. She's really good at accents. She does like a New York accent for Millie, and then she does kind of like the preppy, like, oh, you're like, what would we do without you? Type of voice for Nina.
Yeah.
And then she's got the Italian accent for Enzo, and it's so good.
She is really good.
But they cut Enzo's part down. There was a lot of like implied like that he was like important, but like a lot of like the intrigue around his character, they kind of just like eliminated it for time. I think for like exposition.
Have you read the second or
I have
third?
not yet, no.
That's interesting. They would
Is
cut
it
his
the same characters?
Millie is the same main character. I will say maybe Enzo sticks around a little bit.
Yeah. So, and I was aware of that too, but they cut his part. There was just like a few like exposition things that they rushed a little bit just for sake of time in the movie.
Well, if it's a 10-hour audiobook.
Exactly. It's a
not
2-hour
gonna be a 10-hour movie. Yeah.
Exactly. And then they changed the ending.
What?
It ended in the same place, but how they got to the end was different.
Interesting.
I'll explain more to you after the podcast is over because I don't want to spoil it for anybody.
Yeah.
But I'll explain more. It's still a very, very good book, good movie. I really enjoyed it.
Lauren, did you like the movie having not read the book?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
It was very good.
She nodded her head yes
nodded her
for
head.
reference.
And we talked about it quite a bit, how it was such a really good movie too. It was just one of those like edge of your seat like the whole time, like Yeah.
Okay.
It was
nice.
Yeah. Movie was really good. Acting was really good in it too, I thought. And then I read Sun by Lois Lowry, which is the 4th book, the last book in the Giver series. Good book. Not a great book, but a good book. It was a good ending to the series. It wrapped everything up really well. It brought characters from all the books together in the end. And it actually, unlike some of the other books in the series, ended kind of on a happy note.
Which is cool since it was the end of the series.
Yeah, exactly. It put a bow on everything really nicely. And overall, it was a good series. It wasn't like blow my mind away. Like, whoa, like The Giver is fantastic. And then the rest of them were pretty good. 4 out of 5.
Okay.
Somewhere around there. Then I read, these are all audio, by the way. I read The Fort Bragg Cartel by Seth Harp.
That sounds
Kaylin, I
great.
feel like that would totally get you out of your reading slump.
It is. So the author has been a guest on a podcast that I listen to he's been a guest on it a couple times, and he's
I thought you were going to stay on our podcast, and I was like, whoa.
Did I miss our episode with the cartel?
I would give anything to have this guy on the podcast. He's an investigative journalist.
Why don't you send him an invite?
I should.
Who knows? Really he might say yes.
Yeah, he's an investigative journalist, and he's a military vet. I don't know what division of the military he was in, but then he, through like his experiences and just like talking with people, he had heard about like some of the shady things that had happened at Fort Bragg. This is a nonfiction, like true storytelling of things. Fort Bragg is like the biggest military base in the U.S. It's in North Carolina.
Do you want to hear a weird coincidence?
Yeah.
I was Googling today to look up where Pebble Beach was because obviously it's Sunday, so I was watching golf, and it was the Pebble Beach Pro-Am ending today. And Fort Bragg was not that far. I mean, it showed up on the map when I was looking for Pebble Beach north of.
Yeah.
It was north of there.
And so Fort Bragg is home to a lot of like special forces operators. Like Delta Force is stationed there and like right nearby. And the military, like through the book and everything, I'm not going to, because I could go on for hours about this book, but he basically tells about like the culture at Fort Bragg and through like the special forces that are there, and how there's a pretty big drug problem. There's like meth, acid,
this-
cocaine.
Is this current, recent
Yeah.
times? Okay.
Yeah. The book came out, I think, in 2023.
Okay.
I think 23, 24. And it's all like his investigative reporting, like talking to people who like were on base or like wanted to be special forces in the military but didn't quite cut it, and they were all just like, yeah, like the military like knows this is an issue and like just completely like refuses to do anything about it. Like there are stories, so basically it revolves around this one Delta Force operator who was addicted to drugs, and he had a history of problems through like his tours overseas, and then like his substance abuse issues, and it was a known issue. Like he had been written up and arrested multiple times, but then always someone from the military came in and it was like, oh, you're special forces, thank you for your service, and they just kind of moved him on. But he clearly needed like professional help, and then no one acknowledged it, and he ended up being killed by another special forces operator while he was having like a mental break, and he was on like drugs and paranoid, and he ended up being shot. And so then it's investigation of the death of this guy, and he goes all the way back to like the war in Iraq and like all that stuff, and like how this has been like this drug issue through Fort Bragg has been ongoing for like 20 plus years now, and it just keeps getting swept under the rug, and regulations keep getting looser and looser for special forces, and no one's really like holding them accountable to anything. And like the reporting that he did was phenomenal, fascinating stuff. So if you're into that type of stuff, I highly recommend this book. It was fascinating. I like could not stop listening to it. It was so good. So yeah.
Does he have other books about other topics?
He writes, I don't know if he's with the magazine now, but he was like a freelance journalist, and he'll do like online articles and stuff. And I think he's writing another book right now. I don't know if he has full books, but he definitely has articles that he's written about that are online.
What was the author's name?
Seth Harp. So yeah, basically just like an indictment of the system and just kind of the way that things have been allowed to happen.
Has anything changed?
No.
Oof.
Yep.
That's no good.
Not really.
I think they should change that.
Hot hitting. Hot take.
Yeah.
Yes, I
good
think
idea.
they should change it as well.
Yeah, that sounds like that needs to happen.
Good tip.
And then the last book that I read, which is one book that it's been on my TBR for a really long time. It's Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep by Philip K. Dick, which is the book that Blade Runner, the movie, is based off of.
Say, what is it?
Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep?
Oh.
So it's set in San Francisco in 2021. This was written back in like the 60s. It's this
So
very
futuristic.
sci-fi dystopian society where like humans, there was a war on Earth that left most of it like uninhabitable. There's radiation everywhere, so a lot of people left to Mars, and the people who are still on Earth are the ones who are kind of stuck
we're doing pretty
here.
well then.
I guess.
We're doing
That was
all right.
supposed to be 2021.
We're doing all right. And then it tells the story of a cop who's a bounty hunter whose job is to hunt down
Which
escaped.
is like Blade Runner. I mean, that kind of goes along
Yep.
with the Blade Runner.
He's
Is there
supposed to
another
hunt
new
down.
movie? Blade Runner movie?
Yeah, it came out Blade Runner 2042, something like that. It's with Ryan Gosling a few years ago. I haven't seen him, but I've heard that they diverge a little bit from the books.
Okay. Sorry for the interruption.
No, it's fine. And then, so the bounty hunter's name is Rick Deckard. He's supposed to hunt down escaped androids because they supposedly pose a threat to Earth. And so he's supposed to hunt them down, and there's this test that you give, and the test is basically to test whether or not you have empathy. And so there's a bunch of questions and stuff, and there's this whole...
I think I know some
Or,
humans that could stand to take that test.
That's a big part of the book, because a big
Okay.
like theme is like what makes someone a human, because some of these androids, they're like getting closer and closer to achieving empathy, but then like some humans like can't do it because emotions are a whole thing. Like they have, it's a great allegory of like modern times where you have like these mood panels and stuff that you can like channel your mood to, so you can like choose if you want to be happy or sad. Like at the beginning there's this whole scene where it's like, I'm scheduled to be happy today, but I just want to be sad. Like I can't make myself to like change my mood channel essentially to be happy. And so it's this whole thing basically like drugs and like mood boosters type of thing, and then everything's all materialistic. Like they own a sheep, but it's an electric sheep because he can't afford a real sheep, and so there's a shame where he can't let anyone know that it's a fake sheep because it's like, this is your like pride and joy, this is your like materialistic. And the entire book he's like, oh, I want like a better animal, like I'd give anything for an owl, or I'd give anything for an ostrich, or stuff like these like weird like animals keep popping up, and that's like all he can think about. And it's very like, in modern times we're all focused on like material objects and like the next best thing instead of just like what you have.
It sounds interesting with like AI too.
That's a big part of it. Yeah, it was a very good like allegory of like AI and what AI is kind of taking us towards, and what we kind of need to be wary of. And
this was written so long ago then.
Philip K. Dick has a lot, and I have heard about him a lot, but I haven't read any of his stuff. It's kind of this darker tone where things are a little bit more serious, but they're never good in the future, but they're always a look at like, he was apparently good at like foretelling the future and kind of seeing where things are going and where they're heading. There's a couple other major movies that are based off of his books that I cannot think of off the top of my head right now. But I'm very interested to read more of his stuff. And it was one of those where at the end I kind of just sat in silence for a while and just kind of had to like think and just kind of process it. And it wasn't.
So some of us go for deeper things in books. Good job, Ryan.
Way to go.
Thank you.
Good job. Way to represent us all with some good deep thinking.
Thank you. It wasn't a happy book, but it was a great book.
Not deep thinking.
No.
Minority Report, Total Recall. What's the other one? Scanner Darkly. So yeah, there's a few of them on there that are based off of his books, and he has a lot of like short stories, other than novels too. But
is it not Philippe? Since there's only one L?
Nope, it's Philip. Philip.
What if it's Philippe?
Could be Phil. Could be PK. Who knows? But that's what I read. And then I'm currently in the middle of Song of Achilles, which like I said, I haven't really picked up. Then I have a couple books on my Libby that I have like 9 days to read. One of them is a 6-hour Star Wars book.
Sometimes the pressure of getting it done on Libby is enormous.
Yep. I have a 6-hour Star Wars book, which I'm planning to read this week. And then I have Game of Thrones, which is 34 hours. And I don't know if that one's going to happen.
Good luck with that.
Thank you.
Way to be ambitious.
You know what? You might be able to get started enough to know if you're interested to continue.
Yeah.
Right.
And then you could decide if you're going to like...
Tom has done the Libby, like the borrow Game of Thrones through Libby, and he's had to like re-request them multiple times, and he's like worked his way through the series. So
I feel like Libby
that's kind of my goal.
Like if the book is over 24 hours, you get an
It's
extra
a 4-week borrow.
Yeah.
But I get it though, because it's a public library.
You can extend on some books.
You
if
can.
there's
Some of
not,
them.
If there's not
a massive weight.
Yeah.
Right. Like I have a couple that I have like suspended my hold to until I'm like ready to read them, which is what I did with Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep.
I feel like if you have 3 books on hold, it's a guarantee all 3 will come in within hours of each other, and you're like, no, but then you can suspend and let someone else have it and come back to it.
I have those that I'm going to be reading hopefully in the next little bit, and I'm really hoping to hit the pavement hard in my physical books.
I'm a little stuck on what I want to read next.
We
had talked about going to each other's house.
Grab a card.
And picking a book off of each other's TBR shelves.
Yeah, we could do that.
That's a great idea, actually.
Like each of us, we go.
I've been wanting to
read a book that you were gifted.
Have you been
Let's
gifted
go
a book?
upstairs.
Caitlin's about to gift me one from her shelf upstairs.
Yep.
And then I will re-gift it back.
Yep.
And then you can read it with the same card.
Perfect.
I've been wanting to try and get Lauren to like, have you seen the things on like TikTok or Instagram where they like wrap your books in like plain paper wrapping with like a number on it?
Yep.
And then like I spin a wheel or something, and then it like, you have to read that book or whatever from your TBR.
I feel like that would put me in a reading slump so fast.
1, yes. 2, that's a lot of paper because I got a lot of books.
Yeah.
And 3, that's a lot of work for Lauren. And her
Lauren's
wrapping
really
is
good at wrapping things.
I'm
she is a beautiful present wrapper.
so jealous of how she can wrap presents, because whenever I wrap it, it looks like a dog got done like eating the present rather than a human wrapping the present.
Speaking of which, do we have a Cora update? How is Cora?
She's cute.
She is cute.
We'll put up a picture right here. Pow!
In
Thanks,
her little
Sam.
new coat. Best thing.
She got a new little rain poncho. It has berries on it.
Cute.
And she just got done playing today with her best friend Millie. And they're just so cute together. They play so well together. We're very excited to see how they play in the summertime. Because they've only played in the snow. So, Cora's cute.
Got it.
And
Nice.
that's
Guys, for
Books and
coming in
Cora.
with no outline and doing a life update and book update, we've done pretty good here.
If there's
We've
one
kind-
thing
yeah.
that we're really good at is talking.
Chatting.
it's true.
Yapping.
It's
We have
true.
recommendations.
I do have recommendations.
Let's hear
What
it.
are they?
Well, recommendation number 1 is for people in the Grand Forks area. If you need a good chiropractor, Heartland Chiropractic is awesome.
You're revealing our secret power.
And they have a special right now where they'll give you the whole intro with x-rays and evaluation for a really good price.
$27 or
Yeah,
something like that.
something. So-
Yeah.
He's a miracle worker.
He's
Dr.
awesome.
Keefet at Heartland Chiropractic.
Yeah.
So, but don't take
Awesome.
my appointment time.
Yeah, mine either.
I call.
You can go to him only if you like an 11 o'clock appointment.
None of the top times that we all use.
No.
Since I typically don't work in town reliably enough, like we're all over the place and we don't really know until the day before. If I have a day where I'm in town and I call, a lot of times they'll be able to squeeze me in. So sometimes they're really booked.
It
full,
also
but-
helps that everyone in our family tends to have spots occasionally, so we sometimes swap them
Yeah.
around.
Switch
That's
them
very
around.
true.
Yeah.
But I went in for the first time. I was recommended by one of my former teacher coworkers, and I had pretty bad sciatic pain, down my leg. And after maybe even 2 sessions, but definitely 3, it was gone, and it was bothering me every single day.
I know. They're awesome.
That man's a miracle worker.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And then my second recommendation is an Instagram creator, Sabocat Teacher, or Sabocat Teacher is amazing, and she's a middle school teacher in St. Paul, I believe, and really cool ideas about school, but also she is a very strong advocate for human rights and has really good information available. For example, right now, if you go to her link within her, what do you call it? The link in her bio. Thank you. There's sources where you can donate to help people. So the Highland Park Middle School Community Foundation, helping families struggling right now with the situation in Minneapolis, is a source you can donate to that we've been donating to and helping out. And she lists tons of them and gives you information about them, and they're vetted, and you know that they're legit organizations that are in touch with people.
What does Sabocat mean?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
It's SABOCAT. It's
Okay.
not like that. It is that. Like sabotage, but Sabocat. She's really unique and she has cool, fun stuff. And I think
just
it's
didn't know
just
if
her
I was
funky
missing
personality a little
Okay.
bit.
It's taco bass backwards. Does that mean anything?
Not to me.
Okay.
I don't
Glad
know
I
about
could
the
help.
rest of you, but anything about tacos is good. So those are my recommendations.
Nice. Let's see. I'll go for another one in the Grand Forks area. We had, after work one day, we just met and had some apps at Varsity Ice House.
We should do that again.
Yeah, we should.
Good
And
beverages, good apps.
Yep. Sam's favorite nachos in Grand Forks right there.
Oh,
Whoa, and Sam's a big nacho guy.
Sam is a big
oh my gosh.
nacho
They
guy.
make amazing nachos.
Yes,
I
they
don't know
do.
if- I didn't have any of the nachos. Maybe a chip.
Let's go back.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So they're awesome if you're in the Grand Forks area.
Also, their Korean
their wings, their other apps, their Bang
firecracker
Bang shrimp. Yeah.
Yeah.
good cold beer.
I think, is it Bang Bang or Firecracker?
I don't know. I guess we'll have to go
Their
back to find out.
Their hot chicken is really good. So yeah, it's just really yummy.
Good vibe there too.
It
I
is.
just like hanging out
Yeah.
there. It's very relaxed.
Yep. And then my other recommendation, I think we've actually done it before when it was previous seasons on, but Shrinking on Apple TV is like getting a warm hug from a TV show. It just makes me so happy, and I'm just like, it's a comfort show, and it's funny, and it's sweet, and it's real, and it's the best. I love it. It highlights human beings,
Yep.
just being human
Human
beings,
connection.
like human connection, and like how humans
And
make
it's-
mistakes, go through hard things, get through hard things.
It's okay to not be okay and
Yeah.
to embrace the not okay parts of yourself.
Yeah.
Lauren and I just started the new season 2 days ago, yesterday? 2 days ago? Whatever. And I think I said maybe 5 times during the show, like, oh, I just miss this show so much.
So good.
I just missed it so much.
The 3rd episode almost made me cry. It's
Well-
so sweet. Like in a good way. Like it's just so sweet.
Yeah. It's just, yeah, everything's handled with so much care and love,
Mm-hmm.
and like all the characters are like so well thought out, and like it's just such a beautiful show.
It's so good. It has
Yeah.
Harrison Ford in it. So if you like
Yeah.
Harrison Ford, he's
I was telling Lauren,
Awesome.
I was like, it's so like bittersweet to see him in this because he's 83 years old. So I'm like so happy to see him like out there acting and freaking killing it, like being amazing. But then like he's in Star Wars, and that's my childhood, and like
and his character
It's
in the
like-
show is struggling with health
yeah,
at the time. Like he has Parkinson's in the show. I don't think Harrison Ford has.
I don't think so either. I
Parkinson's.
think he's just 83.
Yeah, but
And
I
a
mean,
good
still
actor.
seeing him,
Yeah.
yeah. But still seeing him like in the show struggling is kind
Yeah.
of like
It kind of hits you.
they highlight aging very well.
Yeah.
Like
The creator of the show, Brett Goldstein, who is a character in the show, who is also Roy Kent in Ted Lasso. Yes.
Speaking of actors and actresses, I think we should do a shout out to one of our favorite actresses who passed away since our last show.
yes.
Oh yes.
So, Catherine O'Hara, speaking of people who are just amazing at portraying people from all over the place, is a sad loss.
And
Yeah.
James Vanderbeek this last week
yeah,
as well.
that as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
I didn't mean to interrupt you. I just had to.
no, that was great.
Yeah.
You should say that.
But Brett Goldstein, who was Roy Kent in Ted Lasso, is the creator of Shrinking, one of the co-creators, and he had this whole like late night talk show interview where he sent the script to Harrison Ford, and he was like, Harrison wants to meet you to like talk about the script. And he's like, that's great. I'm terrified. And he walks in or whatever, and he does a good Harrison Ford impression, but he's like, so did you like the show? Because he's British, and Harrison Ford just goes, it's the best thing I've ever read in my life. And then Brett Goldstein goes, Shrinking, my show. Like he couldn't believe it, and I back it up 100%. It's so beautiful.
good. So good.
Yep.
Like I love it.
We're gonna go home and watch all the rest of the episodes of Shrinking tonight.
Might have to go home and subscribe to Apple TV.
You can always use ours.
Don't
Well,
say that. No,
never
No, we
mind.
can't.
Never mind.
No, you can't, Kaylin.
If we're there, I
We
mean.
would not. Yes,
And
or
then we'll
I can
log
come
out.
here
You
and
can
watch
come
it.
here and watch it.
Yeah, and then we'll log out if
Guys,
we-
I'm not going home. I'm just gonna head
Yeah.
upstairs and watch
Yeah.
TV at your house all night.
Yep.
Exactly.
Even though
Yep.
I have to go to work tomorrow.
No, you don't.
I do actually.
I decided that you don't.
Oh, okay.
My recommendations, a few of them that I've probably dropped or said before. Ball Player's Guide is my like baseball YouTube show.
It's very good.
Thank
very
you.
well done.
Thank you. We just now during this episode, at time of recording, posted our first episode of our 30 teams in 30 days series, where we're just going to do short, like 15, 20-minute episodes on every single baseball team. Talk about like where they were last year, where their expectations are this year.
What team did you do first?
Well, we are basically going worst to first. So we started with your Colorado Rockies, who were abysmally bad last year and might be again this year.
I saw a post the other day that was like, we're however many days away from the first pitch of the season, at which time the Rockies will be eliminated from the playoffs.
A lot of former friends, Twins fans,
Are,
Willie Castro, Eddie
yeah,
Julian are on
yeah.
the team. Yep. So, it was, but you got to watch the episode. I can't give away all the secrets.
Okay.
We did the Twins the
I
other
mean,
day,
there's
too.
a lot of former Twins on a lot of teams because the Twins have no
Cleared
one on their
out,
team.
yeah.
So
Yeah, that's very true.
Some fun signings this week, though.
Yeah, we can.
But that's for
You can
that's
come on
for-
the Ball Players
that's
Guide.
a different
Yeah.
podcast.
Which, if you like cutie patooties, we will have a segment of Twins cutie patooties from the past from yours
I
truly.
know,
my
but I
mom.
haven't done it yet. I have to do it.
There's no rush. Cutie patooties will wait for everybody.
All
With-
right.
Also, I'm
dumpies
trying to
and
convince
baseball pants.
and with dumpies and baseball pants. And I'm trying to convince Lauren to do a hot guy of the month for baseball players, and maybe you guys could pitch in to help out with
Do
that.
they have to be baseball players?
Preferably.
Okay.
Tickle on Ball Player's Guide.
Well,
first one is just Sam.
that was not what I was thinking.
Your husband.
We'll let you guys work that out later. What's your other recommendation?
This one's not going to be for everybody, but I listened to J. Cole's new album, which is, he's a rapper, for those of you who don't know, and it is my favorite hip hop album of all time. And I'm not typically into like super like hardcore rappers. Like I like some of it if it's more like the poppy version of it, but this album from beginning to end I think is just beautiful. I think it's so well done. And then there's another artist that Sam found for me called Rikas, Rikas, and they're kind of soft rocky, almost like yacht rocky, poppy, progressive kind of sound. I don't know, but they're good vibes.
Sam's good at music recommendations.
Do you want to mention J. Cole's album's name?
Oh, yes. J. Cole's album is called The Fall Off. It's supposed to be his last album, is what he said. But we'll see. I hope not. I hope he keeps making music forever. And then last one, which kind of goes off of your thing, was Sabocat, your teacher, Drop Site News, which is a free Substack that you can subscribe to. They are committed to independent, unbiased journalism, just reporting what's going on in the world. It is not happy reporting, but it is very, very important. They talk about what's going on in like Israel and Gaza with the genocide there. They talk about what's going on in Syria with the civil war that's been kicking off in Sudan. They cover things going on like in the cities and things around America. Fascinating, great news articles, and a lot of it they just kind of put in like bullet points so you can easily digest it, and they'll do like multiple different topics in one like news dump essentially, and it's just great to keep informed about what's going on in the world. So if you're interested in that, Drop Site News, can't recommend them enough.
Searching it up.
I love
Except there is no signal in Caitlin and Sam's studio,
All right.
aka basement.
Note for the house: signal in the studio.
Okay.
We need it.
Our bad.
I am literally touching the internet right here.
Okay.
You're touching the internet? Can you turn it back on?
I think that's a you problem over there.
Okay, my bad. I can never get
You're not
connection.
connected to our Wi-Fi.
Oh,
So it's
perhaps
your
that's
problem.
the it is my problem.
Step one.
I guess no one's given me the password.
Pretty
I
sure
guess
we
you
have.
could ask for it.
It's like Apple TV. You can't share.
No sharing.
No.
I'm pretty sure that you can share your internet with other people within your house.
Nope.
Okay. I'll go home and look it up there because I pay for that internet.
Not when I'm the president. I'll tell you that much right now.
Hey, should we wrap up here or do we have more?
I was going to
exciting
give my
things?
campaign speech for when I can.
You can find us on socials, Instagram, paperback_perspectives, X at paperback_pod, TikTok, paperback.pod, YouTube, paperback perspectives, and email us at paperbackperspectives@gmail.com.
Hey, heads up. We're looking at, watch our Instagram because we're looking at picking a date where we're going to do a little silent book club if anybody wants to join us. Coming soon. And exploring a new bookstore that we have details that we'll share coming soon. Got to have a hook, guys.
You got it.
Nice.
All right. So
Well, the hook is my campaign speech that I'm going to give.
you
next
better write
episode.
that, and you can have a third podcast where it's your campaign. We can have Paperback
All right.
Just come to our
Perspectives, Ball
basement.
Player's Guide, and Ryan's campaign.
And my campaign.
All right. Thank you to everybody who listens, likes, and follows. We appreciate you. Thanks to Sam for coordinating the chaos that we create. Thank you to Lauren, who picks up the pieces of all the weird suggestions we drop down, and she's like, yeah, I can do that. Because we're kind of just idea people, and then we don't follow through. Let's be
Yep.
honest.
Yep. I'm an ideas man.
Yeah.
And shout out to Mrs. D's 5th period class.
Hey,
Yep.
hello, 5th period.
Do your homework.
We don't really have homework.
All right.
We work hard in class, and we
Well,
get it done there.
they better. I'm going to.
They're a great class.
Okay.
Also, if anybody from my other classes are listening, you're good too.
Except for that one, you know.
You know who you are. All right.
Timmy.
They're not
So-
listening.
Any other thank yous?
I don't think so.
No.
All right. Until next time.
Until the next chapter.
time. Until the
I was
next
getting there.
chapter.
I like to screw it up absolutely every episode.
Every single time.
21 chapters in. Here we go.
Until the next chapter.
There, she got it.
This has been.
Paperback Perspectives.
That was new.
And cut.
We do like to yap.
We do. Like, look, listen, literally.